You will not believe how just smoky and smoggy it is outside. So as usual, whenever the wildfire seasons start in America, the smoke drifts all the way up the west coast to British Columbia, and it is seriously, the entire thing smells like smoke, the entire city smells like smoke. It looks like fog has rolled in, that's how much smoke there is. And if it's like that here in British Columbia, can you imagine what it's like actually down in California where the fires are happening? I cannot believe it.
Hello everyone, it's your bud. In today's video, I'm just going to be looking at all the fish, making sure the tank's still good. I just put in some food. They're all just super energetic as usual. It's always nice to see them like this. Just do a quick overview of the tank since it's been a while. The males are chasing around the females as they always do. And I cannot seem to get too much in focus right now. As usual with the fish videos, there's just a bit too much depth of field for me to get it all in focus. I can either get the front of the tank in focus, and like these fish here, or I can get the back of the tank in focus, like some of those tiny ones all the way in the back there. Maybe I'll move some of the lily pads over and get some light in this tank. That might be good. Maybe I'll just move this back a bit so you can see. And yeah, I think it's time for me to rearrange my aquarium just a little bit. Let's move over some of the lily pads. You'll get to see just how much more light we get in here. So over on the right, you'll see some really thick cords for some of these lily pads, and these are these plain green ones that are up top, but I also have these purplish lily pads that are really beautiful that I want to be able to flourish, so I want to make sure that the green lily pads don't block out the purple ones. So I'll just start moving them over just roughly, and hopefully it's not too loud for you with the camera here and all this. Actually, it might be good for you to see from top here and just see how big the lily pads have gotten. Alright, so as you can see here, lily pads are actually gigantic in size, so I'll try to pull this one up so you can just see how large it is. So like, this thing is gigantic. It's covering up almost the entire like back to front here. It's huge. And then we'll pull out this giant lily pad, so that was blocking so much sunlight. And we'll just shove this one over, and then there we go. Look at the difference of how much light that made with that one lily pad. That is insane. And look at them doing like a giant frenzy up there. That's hilarious. So you can see all the bits, all the junk, the detritus, and all just the dirt that was accumulating on top of those lily pads. There's a lot of waste up there. The snails go up there, they eat, and they have a bunch of waste. The guppies can even like go on top of the lily pads. Let me get this in a little more focus. Yeah, the guppies can even go on top of the lily pads. They like to explore up there. If you haven't seen my last fish video, I was showing you how they actually do that. They really do like to explore. But just look how much these lily pads right here, this brand new one has come out in just the past little bit, and they are so thick compared to this one that you can't really see too much. Like, that's just so small. So that's the one that I want to grow more. And this one is actually a split off of this one. So this one split off and then grew into a brand new one. So I want to get all of this over. And then, yeah, I want to get this one to flourish. So let's move a little bit more of these, and let's see how the fish react. I'll just continue my job now that you've seen how giant the lily pads are up here. So I just need to move everything over to the right. And if things are upside down with the lily pads, they will flip themselves right. And it's actually really interesting. There's lots of little itty-bitty fish now swimming up top here. I don't want to squish them by moving the lily pad over when they're swimming up top. But I have to just keep moving it over. So yeah, I slowly need to move over the lily pads while also making sure that I don't accidentally squish a little guppy that's swimming in between the lily pads and all of that. Alright, so I just I'm just trying to get these giant corded water lily pads over. I've gotten 3 of them. That's all I've done so far, is just 3. Gonna need to hold it with one finger and then push with another there, and then, whoa, this one's giant as well. I mean, they all are. They are all gigantic lily pads. And the good thing is the fish can actually eat the lily pads, so if they are actually hungry, they'll just tear up a lily pad root or whatever, and then they'll just start eating it. And I cannot get over just the size of the lily pads. I'm just going to show you one more just because I flipped this one upside down. I mean, look at how big these lily pads are. They are insane. Like, I can't show you that, like, this is my finger, like, that's the size. It's like the cord, not the cord, the stem of the lily pad is just gigantic. Now, I will potentially flip all of these right way over eventually, but for now, I'm just moving things. And it's cool being able to see the fish from above. Alright, yeah, we'll put this back. But that's so much more light now getting into the tank for the second water lilies over here. That light should help so much. I try not to do this too much. I try not to completely remove the lily pads because, for those who don't know, tropical fish, well, not all tropical fish, but actually fish in general have their own natures, and these ones, these little itty bitty ones like guppies or tetras, where are some tetras? Come on, tetras, swim in front of the camera. Okay, I can't really see them right now. But these guys really like to hide in their sort of like ponds, and imagine if you had a surface of water that was completely open and then a shadow came across it. All the fish would get scared by the shadow. Like, if they see a shadow, they'll move around and they'll flee. So if you have lily pads covering it, they're like, oh, we'll just hide under the lily pad, that's safe. So they feel safe. They feel like they can explore. They feel like the tank is theirs. Oh, here's some of the neon tetras. But they feel like they're safe. Originally, I only had neon tetras in this tank, and the tetras were the ones that had this behavior. The tetras really feel more comfortable when you have a school of them and when they're able to sort of hide underneath some of the lily pads. So I did this for the tetras, and that's why I have lily pads, but I don't want to block out too much light, but I don't want to make them too scared by having a big open tank. So that really skinny one there, that's actually a female, which is pretty sad. So the females can get like gigantically pregnant and it's like really terrifying. But when you see them when they're not pregnant, they can get really skinny when the males just chase them around. I've lost track of her. But yeah, the males have the gigantic, oh, she just went across again. The males have the gigantic fancy tail, and then females are more, I don't know, they're more skinny, or they have like, so that one's a female that just went by right there. That one, that was another female. That one was a little more pregnant, but unfortunately the males chase the females around so much until they just drive them crazy or wear them out completely, and then they just keep bothering them, and then eventually the females will just die from the stress of having to give birth of generations of fish that just chase them around and chase them around and chase them around. So the reason I'm filming this video instead of recording a song or doing anything like that is because I need to go for a quick walk to the store today, and unfortunately a quick walk to this store takes about as much energy as a quick video does for me. So I'm just doing this, and then I'll go for a quick walk to the store, and that'll be it for me today. Okay, so I actually just got back right now from my walk, and you will not believe how just smoky and smoggy it is outside.
So as usual, whenever the wildfire seasons start in America, the smoke drifts all the way up the west coast to British Columbia, and it is seriously, the entire thing smells like smoke, the entire city smells like smoke. It looks like fog has rolled in, that's how much smoke there is. And if it's like that here in British Columbia, can you imagine what it's like actually down in California where the fires are happening? I cannot believe it. So I woke up this morning and it was like just smoke everywhere. I went outside and it was even like it slightly tickled my throat. We even have that much smoke in the air. So yeah, British Columbia, it's close enough to California that we still get enough of it. So it goes past California, past Washington or Oregon or whatever, and then it comes back up here. But yeah, Seattle, past all of that, and then gets to British Columbia, but I cannot believe how smoky and smoggy it is. I just wanted to put that in so you guys know what day it is, and when people are watching this in the future, they'll wonder like, oh, was there a wildfire? And they might look it up and they might learn something about it. But yeah, when you live this close to the United States, then quite often we have to deal with the aftermath of all of the stuff that happens there. And that includes the giant plumes of smoke rising from California. So boy, am I glad I have this nice slice of nature that's inside here, and this is all nice, and it really is a shame to know just how much nature is being destroyed down in the States. It really is too bad. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Let's go back to the video.
If you haven't seen yesterday's video, I made a song for Griffith from Berserk, and it's absolutely great. Go check it out. It's called The Will of Griffith. It's a pretty good song, pretty like just orchestral. It slowly builds. It's sort of light, but also at the same time can get a little bit dark by the end, and I don't know, I really like it. Let's make these fish a bit more energetic, shall we? Let's just keep doing these things and they'll keep going crazy. I've just got a few more giant lily pads that I need to move out of the way. Okay, so that's one. I think there's just 3 or 4 more. Because I really, really want the purple ones to grow because they're just so beautiful. But unfortunately, they're on this side of the tank where the pump is, and the pump moves the water just enough so that there's not really seeming to be enough stillness for the lily pads to spread out like they usually do. So the rest of the tank is still enough for the lily pads to spread out, but this corner here that the purple ones are planted in is the corner where the pump is, and the pump won't really let them sit quite still enough to grow. They could grow in the middle tank, but the middle of the tank, oops, is where the other ones compete for all the light, so. And I'm not sure if I just splashed the camera with water there, but this lily pad's crazy. There we go. And how many more are over there? Another one reached all the way over. Wow. So they're growing into the corners. So despite what I said about that other one not having still enough waters, it seems to have still enough waters for the light green ones to grow, but not still enough waters for the purple ones. Now let's shove all these purple ones out so they can move over into the sunshine and catch a bunch of light. And I just want to show you guys something that I find really funny. So you see these really thick cords right here? You can follow one and it goes all the way over, and then I was like, wait, what's that cord back there? So one of them goes all the way into that corner and then goes back to these. That's how gigantic those are. Yeah, but there we go. These are like the purplish lily pads, which I really do like. They have some really cool like splotchy patterns, and that's more like it. Nice, quiet in this side for the tetras, and more open on this side for those that want to explore it, like those tetras apparently. The tetras are apparently liking it. Are all 3 over there in the corner? Yeah, all 3 are over there in the corner. Would you look at that? There's 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, this one's blocking my view. Let's move this.
Well, there we go. That is better. Look at all of them. Crazy, crazy guppies. There's gonna be coming in from the left, coming in from the right, pardon me. There, that might have been in focus, finally. Those Tetras are just, they can go over the entire tank in one little jump. And when I say jump, I mean little kick, swim. Little kick of their tail. Would you call it a kick? A flick of their tail? I love this one. I can't believe it's still alive. Same with the diamond tail one. That one should have a diamond thing in the middle of its tail, if that's the one I think it is. Not sure if it is. No, that's a different one, I think. Okay, so that must be one of the kids of one of the diamond tail ones. Ah, there was the female getting chased. And when I say the female, there are more, but some of them are still absolutely tiny. Like that one looks like another female, maybe. I do like watching the bottom of the tank because there are always small little fish looking for food, looking for little bits all on the ground, and it's always nice to see. We're up at the top, there's more like exploration and people looking on top of the lily pads. And it's just nice to see the whole thing. And I really like seeing the little micro bubbles moving around whenever you can get the light behind it. You get to see the little bubbles rising up from over here. They go bloop, 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 and then they bloop. It's nice to see. Female being chased by two males now. Because that's what the fish are just like. If you do want your females to not be chased by the males, then what you have to do is have to separate them with like a screen or something so they can be on different sides of the tank. But female guppies can give birth to like 20 or 30 fry in one single birthing. So if you had a female guppy on one side of a screen and you bought it from a fish store, but it turned out the female guppy was already pregnant, then you would now have that female guppy with like 20 or so other little guppies, well 10 to 20 other little guppies, and then you'd have to find all of the tiny little fry and separate them from the mother, because if the mother gives birth and is trapped with the children, she will probably kill the children and eat them. So if you have a separator for your males and females, then the females can't get chased by the males, but the fry also cannot escape the females. So the males chase the females constantly, and that's bad until the females give birth. And then whenever the females give birth and a male chases her like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? And the female runs away from the male, she also runs away from all those little fry. So it's actually a good sort of balance. It's annoying as hell for the females when they're pregnant, but then after they give birth, it's actually beneficial for the children if the males chase the females away. So I have no screens in here. It's all nature. Ah, there was the Tetra. That was a nice shot of it. There we go. They're so quick. They're like lightning fast. Lightning fast. You probably can't see anything in that corner over there, but it's just darkness. We'll leave it over there. I don't want too much darkness for like worms or what is it? What are the ones with the diamond heads? Those little diamond head worms that there's some really bad parasites and things like that. But it's pretty safe over there. Right now it's just mostly like thin little worms eating some decaying matter, and they get eaten by the fish, and it's just this big circle of life. Ah, that was a nice one there. Yeah, it's not too dark, but it's not bright enough for the camera. So we'll leave that over there. And I can't remember what the those little worm things are called that get in your aquarium. I haven't actually had to really deal with them. I've been pretty lucky, although cross my fingers, hope that I can continue to be lucky and keep my tank clean. The micro bubbles with the little fry, it's nice to watch. The soft focus doesn't even look that bad when you have all of these little fry in the background, doesn't it? Some of these little fry aren't so little, but other ones are little bitty bitty. This female's just nibbling some food, and they do like they like eat at the surface, and they can like swallow bubbles of air sometimes. It's kind of concerning because my Tetras, when they've done that, they've died. But the Guppies seem to actually enjoy doing that. So just if you ever see Guppies doing that, know that that's just natural. There was another. I like the yellow ones over there. I didn't really have many yellow females, so I was surprised that many of the yellow children survived, because most of the females that I had were these silver ones. So you can see that sort of in the silver with blue tails. That's a pretty popular color in my tank because of there were a few females like that. And there weren't many yellow ones, but there were just enough to make just a few. So there's just a spattering of them around. And they're having fun over there. It's nice, and it's got a nice flow over there with the pump, but it's just still enough that they can relax up there as well, and it's nice watching them play. Yeah, that one I feel really sorry for, because she should be like gigantic with babies, but she's not, so I hope that's not a sign that I'm underfeeding the tank. But I have too many fish in here, and if I put in a bunch of fish food, the females don't really seem to get to it because they're trying to use the moments that the males are distracted by food as moments to relax. So yeah, they don't really seem to eat as much of the food as they need to. I haven't figured out a delivery system for food to make sure that the females get prioritized. That I would need a screen in the tank for. Alright, so I'm probably just going to finish this up now. Not too much more that I want to say, and like I said, I do have to go for a walk to the store. And unfortunately, if I spend too much longer working on this and then editing it and uploading it, I will not really have energy to go for a walk to the store. So I just want to finish this one up so I can get all my chores done before lunchtime. I didn't get quite enough sleep last night as I was hoping to get, so. But it's always nice and relaxing to look at the fish. Hopefully you can't see too much of a reflection of my insanely messy apartment. And yeah, hopefully the fish have been enough in focus. It's just so difficult. Every time I zoom in like this, I don't have quite enough light. But they just move around so rapidly and so crazily that you can never keep track of them all. That's what makes it fun, right?
just seeing like these swarm of fish. Can you just call it a swarm? I guess it's like giant school of fish. And they're still going for all of the bits that were sitting on top of the lily pads, all the slightly half-decayed plant matter, all of that stuff. They love it. They love eating the half-decayed lily pads and all of that. So they're just super happy. I gave them a little bit of their fish food, and then I just moved around the lily pad so they have a bunch of veggies and a bunch of meat. So they've had all the stuff that they need. They've had their greens, they've had their fish food. Now I could be happy knowing that they're probably gonna do good. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this really quick update. If you do want to see more fish videos, if you do want to see more fish videos, I have a playlist that I can link, and as well, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of videos on my channel, or I can film more if you do find this interesting, because I do like looking at the aquarium, but I don't want to oversaturate my channel with just narration videos of my aquarium. So yeah, check out the playlist if you want more, or ask down below if you want to see more videos. That male there, I think, is chasing a little one. Was it? I didn't know. It looked like it was chasing one of the little ones. Yeah, so very, very interesting. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave this a like if you want some more. You can subscribe for daily videos and make at least one video every single day. And leave any questions or suggestions in the comments below. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Let's see what happens when I... Come here, fishies. Come here. I summon thee to the surface. Come here, little fishies. Ha-ha. Yeah, I got actually a few of them. Let's see if we can get the other ones. Do you want to know how I can actually get them? By this sound. That's usually the one gets them all up to the surface. There we go. I just wanted an ending shot where you could see a lot of them. So beautiful. So colorful. Okay, I lied.